Welcome to Bros Talking Sports. This is a recap AFC playoff of those damn Pittsburgh Steelers versus those Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens, I'm just going to put it out there, you guys. They went and stomped a mud hole in Pittsburgh's ass. All right. Pittsburgh thought they were coming on the road. They thought they had some momentum, and it did not happen. All right. Pittsburgh absolutely laid an egg. Baltimore showed why they are the bigger, the badder, the most stronger. They showed why they were 12-5 this year and number 2 in the AFC. Listen, or number 3 or 4. I don't know what they were statistically because I know my Bills are number 2, but the Ravens showed why they are who they are. Derrick Henry, wow, how much yards did Derrick end up with? 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. You did not hear me wrong. Derrick Henry himself had 186 yards on the ground rushing. He's a beast. King Henry, you know his name. Don't forget it. On the flip side, the Steelers only had 29 rushing yards total for the entire game. I know this is intense, but that is statistically one of the worst rushing performances I have ever seen. 29 yards compared to a total of 299 yards rushing for the Baltimore Ravens. You know why? Because Lamar Jackson also put up big numbers on the ground himself. He ran 15 times, 81 yards. Lamar Jackson shows why he again could be the league MVP. This team is unstoppable. John Harbaugh, he ran the ball 49 times compared to 22 passing. That shows you right there what type of game it was. And let's just tell you the score. The Ravens were favored by 8.5, and they absolutely did it. They won by 14, 28-14 to be exact. Whew, get my win, y'all. The Ravens had 464 total yards compared to 280 total yards for the Steelers. The Steelers look like a deer in the headlights. Russell Wilson cannot really get it going. He had 270 yards, 20 completions for 29 attempts, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They did really good taking care of the ball both sides, but the Ravens controlled time of possession. They ran it down the Steelers' throat, and it never really got the Steelers to get the opportunity to get going. But on the flip side of that, the Steelers had opportunities. They did have multiple opportunities if you really want to break it down, and they could not get it done. So, Najee Harris only 17 yards. Warren 6 yards. Williams 37 yards. Pickens was 5 of 5 for 87 yards and 1 touchdown. It was a big touchdown. I thought it was going to be a big swing in the game, but then something. Actually, you know what? Jefferson's 37-yard banger to the house I thought was going to be a big turn, and then Baltimore went on a 4-play 70-yard touchdown score, which made it 28-7. I know, man, a lot was going on tonight with these Baltimore Ravens and the Steelers. It's a division rivalry game. I thought it was going to be more intense, more of a battle, but it just shows you that Baltimore is way better than Pittsburgh this year. Pittsburgh was number 1 in the division a few 4 or 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, and then they just blundered their last games, and they could not get it done. They played the Ravens twice and no shows, but yeah, the Ravens were up 21-0 by halftime. After halftime is when the Steelers scored, but then the Ravens answered right back. Again, Pickens got a touchdown to make it 14-28. I thought this was going to be a turn. It was about 5 minutes-ish left in the third quarter, and I thought something was going to happen because another touchdown would have made it really interesting, but they could not get it done. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, they basically just kept running it down their ass. And really, it was just them two. Everybody else on the team, Likely had 53 yards running, no touchdowns. Mark Andrews had 27 yards. Aguilar had 25 yards. Bateman had 24 yards. But those numbers really ain't nothing compared to what Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson did tonight. This is very epic. This is very Um, this is going to be interesting because the Ravens now they go on the road, possibly to my Buffalo Bills, who Buffalo plays tomorrow. They play um, the Broncos, which is a scary team for me. We're favored, but sometimes Buffalo, man, I got to get them going. So listen, possibly the Ravens could be on the road to Buffalo playing us. Hopefully, I don't want to get ahead of myself. If for some reason that Broncos beat the Bills, then the Broncos travel to Kansas City and they will have that match. But I'm banking on the Ravens and the Bills. I wish it didn't come down to it right now. I wish it could have been more of a, I don't know. Wish it could have been next week or something. But that's what it comes down to. But the Ravens proved, as I said, why they were or are who we think they are. And hey, Mike Tomlin though, he's on the not chopping block because he is absolutely a fantastic coach. Never had a losing season ever in his tenure. But a lot of teams I've been hearing and reading that they want to trade him. They want to trade for him to come to the team. Now, I don't know what's going on with Mike Tomlin. The Steelers is a great organization, so why not stay? You never had a losing record, but sometimes it's like, why not switch it up? Next year, you still got Russ, you still got Justin Fields. It's like, yeah, you got that dynamic duo, but what's going to really happen? Do you want to go through that again? Do you want Fields to still keep learning from Russ? I don't know. Do you really even want to go through that, or do you want to go somewhere else and just start over and see what you could do? That's my take on that. I I'm a huge Mike Tomlin fan, so I hope that maybe I don't know. I don't know. I could Can you guys see Mike Tomlin as a Raiders head coach? I could see that. Can you see him as like a New England Patriots head coach? I cannot see that. Can you see him as a New York Jets head coach? I can't really see that. I don't know. But there's some other names obviously out there, other teams, a lot of teams, but it has to be the right fit in my opinion. So, but big ups to John Harbaugh. Um, he he got it done today. I know his brother could not get it done earlier, but one of the Harbaughs is moving on, and big salute. You guys that was a great game. It was a great game. Not really a great game to watch, but it was a great game to just to see with our own eyes that Baltimore are who we thought they are. So you guys tune in tomorrow. That was a great recap. Tune in tomorrow though, because we're gonna have all the recaps. My Buffalo Bills, they better smack Denver, and we will have the recaps on that and a few other recaps of the big games going down tomorrow as well. So make sure you tune in. Bros Talking Sports. We out. Thank you.